What's going on, guys? Failed to listen. Welcome back to more Failed Thoughts, and in this video we're going to talk about a little game called The Witcher 3 that released last year, and I think it is now the most awarded game of all time. It is one of the highest rated games of all time. It's sold really well, and so far I think I have about 10 hours into the game, it seems like they probably deserved it. Is it the best game I've ever played? Is it the best game ever created? The best RPG ever created? The jury is still out on those things. I don't really have an answer for that, but if I continue to enjoy it, because right now some things are a little slow, and as far as the combat goes, I feel like I'm doing a lot of, rolling around and dodging certain things and then just attacking a couple of times and then rolling around some more. I know that's a good chunk of what the combat is about as a whole anyway, but I'm hoping as I get further into the game, there's a little bit more than that, and I can become more of a beast. I'm already seeing that some things in terms of like leveling my character up and upgrading some things, it's going to be limited. They definitely didn't want you to be overpowered and a complete beast in this game. I'm sure there's some mods that probably fix that or something, but I can't say I'm terribly interested in modding The Witcher 3. And that being said, the game's good. I do think the game is really good. I can't say it's like the best thing ever, but it's really awesome. And I'm going to touch on this again, and I'll probably bring it up even more times in the future. But just saying for Black Bond, taking a little jab purposes, he and I get into it from time to time over, GTA 5 or Witcher 3, which is like the best looking game or whatever. And he says that it's clearly Witcher 3. He says that Grand Theft Auto 5 is a great looking game on PC, but no comparison to The Witcher 3. I disagree, but after playing this game and putting more time into it, again, around 10 hours or so, it's got to be a top 3 looking game, like top 3, top 5. If I really thought about it, it's, it could be, I might be fair and say that it's right there. It's equal with Grand Theft Auto 5 or something. Like, these games impress me. These games that can look this good, just have visuals that are so unmatched in these huge, massive open worlds and NPCs and stuff. So much stuff going on, like games that, impress on a technical level, and still are able to do everything that these games do. It's good. I'm enjoying it. The writing seems really good from what I've played so far, and it's crazy how it's crazy that this development team, probably with a budget that was much less than some of the bigger games that we've had in the last 5 to 10 years or something. I don't know what the budget was for this game. I do know that they said they probably couldn't have made the game without wanting to sell it on consoles as well. So that's probably saying a lot. It probably cost, at least double of what The Witcher 2 cost, which I think was in the ballpark of like 19, 20 million, something like that. So it definitely wasn't cheap, but they're still putting a lot of developers to shame. When you look at like the entire package of what this game offers, the visuals, the open world, the amount of content and quests and stuff, guys, we like a lot of games. I can admit I like a lot of games that were $60, and they just don't offer what this game is offering, or even a game like I mentioned with Grand Theft Auto. So it's good. Those are my first impressions. If I like it, I'll do a pretty decent review on it. It seems like you guys like the reviews. If you haven't seen my review for Doom or Rise of the Tomb Raider, what was the other game that I reviewed? Also Resident Evil 4. You guys can go and check those out. Doom was my last video. I uploaded that one yesterday or the night before, and I'm just enjoying some games, catching up on some stuff while everyone else is talking about Uncharted 4 sales versus Halo 5 sales, as if this somehow matters at all. I mean, I think somewhere along the way, some of these gamers, they lost their way. You know what I mean? Like, they stopped caring about actually playing games and trying to enjoy them for what they are, and just caring about all of this other stuff. And I'd be lying, and I think many of you would be lying, to say that you've never been caught up in it, because it's easy to get caught up in it. But some of these guys, it's so embarrassing because they're my age, close to or even older in some. It's embarrassing. It is really embarrassing to be, associated with some of these people. Even if I am associated with these people anymore, I don't think for the most part I'm not anymore. But just to ever be associated with some of these maniacs, some of these guys that continue this nonsense, it's just play some games. We got games like Witcher 3 out there. Uncharted 4 just came out. Quantum Break, still a pretty recent game. Rise of the Tomb Raider, if you haven't played that and you have an Xbox One or a capable PC. If you're a Souls fan, Bloodborne, if you never got around to playing that game's probably $15-20 by now. I hear that's an awesome exclusive for the PlayStation 4. I couldn't get into it. I don't think it's as good as what I've played from the Souls games, but a lot of people love that game and say it's one of the best games on the PlayStation 4. For some people, it's the best game for the PlayStation 4. There are so many good games, whether you're talking about AAA stuff or you're talking about indie stuff. It's just, there's a lot of games, guys. And I'm going to do a video, I think, upcoming where I talk about how, and at one point I was kind of on the fence. I didn't know which way to swing in terms of like, is this the worst generation of all time? Are these games really that bad? And there have been some garbage games, some mediocre games that didn't really live up to the hype in my opinion, but there are also some really awesome games out there and people just aren't giving them a chance or ignoring them or forgetting about them. Witcher 3, it came out last year. It's, what is it? I guess it's probably a year old now, maybe this month, a year old this month. And it still looks and plays great. These games, guys, I just play them, like Uncharted 4 sales versus Halo 5 sales. This stuff is completely ridiculous. How you guys get so why does any of this matter? It just doesn't, honestly, even though I'm saying a lot of the truth in this video and some of my opinions as well, even this video doesn't really matter. But that stuff, the sales and all that, and Metacritic scores, just the constant videos over and over, it's too much. It's too much, and it's embarrassing. Not just embarrassing to me because of my age or anything like that with some of these people, but just as a gamer, you know what I mean? I think it gives a lot of us a bad name that some of these people are representing their respective, favorite fanboy platform of choice community, however you want to put that. So, that's it. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point, just kind of talking all kinds of craziness, and it was only supposed to be about The Witcher 3. So you guys take care. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.